Hey guys, so welcome to another webinar, and today's one is quite different. I mean, if you can look at my time on the bottom right of my screen, you can see that it's 12:24. Now, primary reason I'm doing this is because I'm in Lagos, Nigeria at the moment, and I've been up and down, and my schedule is now different. And this is one of the reasons that I normally shift my webinars now, no longer on a live session, or on a pre-recorded session, because my schedule is quite busy. Now, that being said, for those that traded last week or that looked at the trade that we had last week, gold, well done. The move is done, and if you traded it, you should have profited quite a lot from that. You might hear music playing in my background. I like to listen to music when I do analysis, when I do stuff, and primary, for me is to just enjoy myself while I do this. So I do apologize if you do not, like the choices of songs playing in the background. Nevertheless, though, it's the way I vibe to things. That being said, today's one is going to be quite short, mainly because I'm just going to look at the assets. Time is already gone. I'm thinking about a way. I mean, I've been speaking with some guys from YouTube recently. I've been giving some suggestions on how I should possibly run this channel, and there might be a premium feature, coming to YouTube for my channel version, in which I analyze more assets. But in this free one, in this free sessions, I'll just pick an asset that I think is in full alignment, and I'll do the analysis. And then if you want to watch in-depth or more asset analysis, then you can subscribe to that YouTube membership. It's going to be a small token, to support the channel and to support the content that I'm putting out for you guys, especially when the content comes with a lot of value. Now, before moving on to today's analysis, I want to say these is for educational uses only. This is my own personal outlook to the market. I'm not saying you need to trade the market in this certain way or do what I'm doing. You should do your own research before you do anything. But this is my outlook to the market, and it's for educational use only. I'm not giving you any financial advices. I'm just literally stating what I think might happen in the market based on my previous experience and previous connections to certain individuals and certain, let me just put it, certain information that I have access to, certain information that I have, which is what I'm showing right now. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. That is a long introduction, I know, but it's good to get all those stuff out of the way. So if you're new to the channel, what we do is we look at three different tools. One is CO2 report, and it's called Commitments of Traders Report, Commitment of Traders Report. And the next that we look into is apologies, I'm trying to type at the same time while I'm speaking, and it's kind of confusing. Next, we look at the seasonality, and then after that is probability. COT is basically looking at what the big boys are doing in the market. We get a little bit of insight into what they're doing. I will show you the tool in a second. And basically what we look at is just the changes. And seasonality, the name really says it all. It's about seasons. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, market move differently. And probability is a tool that we design in-house. It's not really our own personal idea. We got the idea from someone, but we designed it to match our own specification. You understand? And it gives us a percentage of a win on specific dates. Now, let's go into COT report and show you what it looks like. So this is what COT report looks like at the moment. Right. It normally lags about a week, a week lag. Or even with the week lag, the information is still super accurate because of all of these positions have to be tendered, and then they have to be compiled and then uploaded. And we get access to this based on Freedom of Information Act in the United States. So thank you guys for that one. And it gives us a good insight into the market. What we really focus on is the commercials, and we focus on the changes, if they're going up or if they're going down, right? Now, what we can see is long means buy, short means sell. And what we're looking at here is the commercials, ignore the non-commercials and non-reportable. The commercials, what they're doing is if they're going long, if they're adding more position to the long side, it means there's a possibility that the market might go long because of they're seeing something happening in that direction, or they might need certain currency in that direction, or they might be pumping money into the specific country. Now, this is CHF, Swiss franc, I'm looking at. And we can see now they're taking away positions from the short side, specifically 2,336 positions from the short side, whilst adding 1,963 positions to the long side. Long means buy, short means sell. Right, so what we're gonna do right here is the COT part, we're gonna put CHF, we're gonna put it as long, because they're adding position to the long side, right? And the next thing we do is we go to seasonality, and I've loaded this already because I've done a quick analysis. I mean, there's so many other assets I can look into, but I want to just keep it one and keep it focused. So now we're looking into the seasonality. And what we can see from here, let me just zoom in. I like to use this tool in a way that it's only when all three are aligned, so 5 years, 15 years, and 45 years in line, that's when I use it. Now, this is the average of price movement within the last 5 years, 15 years, and 45 years in regards to 2021. I haven't updated it to 2023 yet because most of the changes are not that much. They're not really significant. I try not to upload over and over and over again because you don't want to just keep the information rolling like that. You can use some of these seasonalities from years to still get the market accurately. So no need of us getting so much data and compiling that just because I want to keep it fresh every time, because this works the way it is. So what we're looking at right here is that 5 years, 15, and 45. And you can literally isolate them if you want, depending on what access you have. Actually, yeah, depending on what chart you're looking at, actually, will determine if you can do this or not. Some of the charts on the website do not have this feature. These ones are the newer charts. There's some old charts there that don't have this feature. But what we want is when all three are aligned, moving in the same direction, that's when we trade them, right? We already know CHF is aligned to the long, and you can see right here around the 11th, because today's the 11th of the new week, market is most likely going to be moving in our favor, going all the way up. You understand? And this might last up until the 22nd of September. There's that possibility of it lasting there. So what we'll do here is we'll come down to seasonality for CHF, go long. Now I want to look at the entry dates. The entry could be between 10 or let's say 12. 12 seems like slightly more aligned on that side. Let's say 12. Let's say 12. To I think 20, 29 or 22nd. Must be right. 22nd, right? And basically, what we're expecting is if we go in now, for example, on the 12th, we can exit on the 22nd, right? Put that as 7. So we can exit on the 22nd. But that doesn't mean that you just go into the market blindly, just enter on the 12th and just exit on the 22nd. The market can come down, rage you and all that stuff. So you have to be very careful. Next thing we look at, you also have to be careful on places you have like consolidations like this, for example. You have to keep in mind of this. Excuse me. You need to keep this in mind. So if you have the tool and you have access to the website, just make sure you're checking right on this stuff and making sure that you're getting that right, so you don't get caught off guard in the market. Next thing you look at is probability. So what we'll look at is in regards to probability is all the CHF assets. Just like to do a quick find and then get that. Let me close these for now. I haven't started the YouTube Premium stuff. Normally, if I have started, I could now analyze that further. So the people that pays for the premium can see more analysis that I've done. But it's not a signal. It's just me looking at the market. So it's up to you to, still make your own decision from it. It's not a signal, guys. It's just primarily me just giving more content out to people. Let me just close that. So now I'm just loading all the assets that tell you, because initially you might be wondering, I'm just looking at CHF, while in Forex you need 2 assets, But what's happened now is with the probability gives you the other side of the equation. So what we want to look at is if probabilities are aligned from the 12th for CHF, or whichever assets it's aligned for, that's what we're going to trade. So this is what the probability looks like. It has the dates there all the way till the end of the year. So let's go to September. Let's see if we can get an asset to look into. So we're looking at CHF JPY. And so today's 11th, right? So 11th of September, we have a 70% chance of it going up, and then 58, 55, 57. So in regards to this, keep in mind, we had this on the 12th, but the possibility is we can go in on CHF, JPY, from the 11th. And then this could last possibly, because on this Friday, you have to be careful. This 15th, you have to be careful of it. It might pull back, you know. And then this could last us up until it goes up. And because if you get a good entry, you should be fine to the 22nd. But your best option is probably 18th. Just come out of the market on the 18th, right? Because from there it's looking weird. So, but this doesn't mean because you have the 18th, you leave the assets keep rolling. There's many other stuff you have to pay attention to. Your stop loss, your take profit, ATR ratio, and all that on the technical side. But for these examples' sake, in less than a few minutes, you can do this analysis in 1 or 2 minutes, to be quite frank, depending on how quick you are with your computer and how quick your system is. You can literally have an asset and know when you need to trade it, and then the rest of it can just be technical. So what we're going to do here is just put long. So we need to know. So we've done this analysis of CHF, JPY, 11 to 18th. Let me just put set right there so you guys can see it. We'll probably put 2023 long. So this is a trade, you know, that we have right now that we can capitalize on. And we just need to look at the market, look for entry, and we're good to go. So in reality, that's all I have for you guys. You know, I don't want to look into the other assets. There's no need, there's no point, as I said, for the new YouTube. I've been speaking to YouTube and been trying to get it to create more content and making me create some premium contents as well. So what I'm trying to do now is, if I can, you know, just do one for you guys that you know looks good. I mean, trade level risk is, I think, is medium, because I haven't done the technical analysis yet. But if I can do a medium risk trade for you guys, and the rest I can now carry that out on the premium, I would appreciate it though if you guys subscribe to the premium whenever it is I create that, whenever I have time to create it. The pricing is not going to be something expensive or elite. There's going to be something small, you know, just to keep the channel rolling. So that's all I have for you guys. And you know, if you have any questions, make sure you drop it on the Telegram. I will be sure to give you a word right there. Alternatively, you can actually send an email from the website. So if you go to the website, there's a contact form right there that you can send an email, you know, to us and contact us from there. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask on Telegram. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. You know, trade safe and stay dangerous. Oh, before I forget, if you need the membership, if you want access to this tool to be able to see more, all you need to do is go to the website, business.damonpower.co.uk. And when you're on the website, just go to the pricing page. You'll be able to see the prices of all of this and access it. Now, keep in mind, depending on the region of the world you're in, the prices will be different, right? So I'm telling you this not because I want you guys to game the system, but I'm just telling you facts. I'd rather tell you guys the truth. You know, a lot of people hide that from me, but I don't think I need to hide it from you at this point. You know, so if you're in Africa, for example, and you're in Nigeria, because I'm currently in Nigeria right now, the currency, you know, conversion to pounds, for example, is very high. So, you know, it's only fair if I drop it. If not, you guys will be paying upwards of your currency, local currency, possibly upwards of 300,000. You know, so, and I just want it to be affordable to everybody. So, to access the membership, you can go on the website right there and get access to it. Catch you on the next one, guys, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care and stay dangerous.